Does Keffe D go to trial, or should he take a plea bargain? I think it's in his best interest to take a plea bargain, because basically it's Keffe D versus Keffe D in his own statements that he admitted to be involved in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Let's get into some of this straight game.
Life is like those cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY, Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. I thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And like I always say, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and hit or click on what appears to be that little bell notification right below this video. I'm going to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Keffe D in court today, and it looks to me like it would be in Keffe D's best interest to take a plea bargain. And let me tell you why. This situation involving Tupac Shakur has been going on for 27 years. It's created a lot of bad publicity for Las Vegas. The last thing that I would think that Las Vegas wants or needs right now is a lengthy trial dealing with gangs, and this is from how the public perception, or should I say the public, when you deal with the publicity of Las Vegas and what Las Vegas is all about from that perspective. You know, I know the history of Las Vegas, and they talking about Bugsy Siegel and all of those guys, but in today's Las Vegas, the last thing that they want to be plastered across the televisions and the newspaper headlines is a murder involving gangster rapper and what they would like to call Tupac, involving gangs and so on and so forth. Not only that, that's a publicity aspect of it. But from the legal aspect of it, when you talk about being able to get a fair jury, you know, a fair and impartial jury dealing with the situation involving Keffe D, involving the confessions that he made on tape, if they're using that and that is going to be the hammer that they keep banging on the table, he admitted it. You know, he said he was there. He said he passed the gun. He said it was his nephew and all of those things. And if that's the thing that the jury is basically going to keep hearing, then I don't think Keffe D he doesn't have a chance. He doesn't have a chance, especially with a Las Vegas jury, and they convict damn near 85% of the time. You know, most people who don't understand that, it's like, you know, you could take it to trial. And the prosecutors usually say, well, you know, we'll offer you 15 years, right? Basically, they could say case closed, Tupac Shakur murder has been solved, the person involved that was still alive has been sentenced and punished for that crime. They can now close the chapter to that book and keep it moving, right? On the other hand, Keffe D chooses to take it to trial based on the evidence that I just told you about, in regards to, you know, the statements that he said himself and him incriminating himself, right? He takes it to trial. If he takes it to trial and gets found guilty by a jury, they're going to give him life in prison because he's a 3-time loser. You know what I mean? You know, so from that perspective, it's like they're going to look at him, they're going to say, you know, you have a past criminal history of X, Y, and Z, and so on and so forth. And it's like, you know how the saying goes, your future look good, but your background is killing you? Then that would be the thing that would be hurting Keffe D the most, if you will. And so when we talk about that, I think at the end of the day, it is in his best interest, if you will, to take a plea bargain. Tell me what you guys think. Anybody who understands the law and, like I said, copping out, he already admitted it. He already admitted everything, and he can't go back on those words. I mean, he can say, yeah, I was entertaining, it was entertainment. It was all of these things. He can say those things, but you're dealing with a jury of your peers. And most jurors going to look at it like, yeah, you saying that you was just entertaining now because you've been arrested. But as long as you was out there saying it and you were making money, right? Then, you really didn't care. So now you're telling us that, okay, now that you've been arrested, oh, I was just joking. No, they're not going to go for that. That might fall, you might be able to pull that one over on some of your friends or people who believe in you, and because you might be giving them some work, or you got the bag and everybody hanging around you. But when you get in front of a jury, and like I said, you're dealing with people who live in Las Vegas who have been dealing with this, the publicity of this, and all of that for 27 years. And so, like I said, it would be in Keffe D's best interest to take a plea bargain. I hope his lawyer, tries to negotiate something along those lines, because, other than that, if he fights it and they find him guilty, they're going to give him life. They're going to definitely set a precedent and an example that you can't come to Las Vegas and commit violent crimes and expect to walk up out of here scot-free. We seen what happened to OJ, right? We seen what happened to OJ. He went to Vegas. We know the crime that they alleged that he had committed involving the situation with Nicole Brown Simpson, right? He was found innocent of those charges, or not guilty rather, right? But he went to Vegas, and some other incident involving his, memorabilia and so on and so forth. Somebody pulled the gun. Wasn't necessarily him that pulled the gun, right? But they buried him. They gave him 9 years, for something that shouldn't have been. And they even talked about that when OJ went to trial for that situation in Vegas, right? They gave him 9 years. Now, you can only imagine Keffe D, Dwayne Davis, and they have a gang enhancement on the charges that they gave. The charge of murder, it's has a gang enhancement on the charge. So, yeah, I would, if like I said, if Keffe D was smart, like I said, and his lawyer is a good lawyer, they would be trying to work out some kind of plea bargain, because I can't see him going to trial and winning this. That's just, my perspective on it. Like I said, and dealing with Las Vegas, once again, you can use OJ as an example. And his charge was just, going out there trying to actually get something that belonged to him that was stolen from him, right? We're talking the murder of Tupac Shakur, one of the biggest, if not most revered artist, rapper in history. And it never dies. And so the conversation, once again, will Keffe D take a plea, or will he go to trial? And if he goes to trial, do you think he's going to win? Chime in. Tell me what you guys think. But the way it looks right now, yeah, it doesn't look too good for him. Like I said, with his own admission, you can't beat yourself, if you will. You know what I mean? Keffe D is the jury's and the DA's best witness, and he's basically fighting against himself, if you will. Chime in, tell me what you guys think. Your boy DELRAY, Straight Gang.